Welcome to Stoic Flame channel.
Have you ever felt caught in the swirling currents of life, where chaos seems to dance endlessly with order, leaving you feeling a bit, tossed about? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy, a wisdom passed down through centuries, that offers a profound way to not just navigate these currents, but to genuinely thrive within them? This isn't just some abstract theory you read in dusty old books. Stoicism is a practical guide or roadmap for fostering resilience, cultivating inner peace, and unlocking your deepest personal power. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this incredible philosophy. We're going to explore 10 invaluable lessons that can truly transform your life, acting as beacons, illuminating a path toward a life brimming with purpose, harmony, and strength. So, let's open our hearts and minds and walk this path together, ready to turn every single challenge into a powerful stepping stone for our growth and empowerment. Our first stop on this transformative journey introduces us to a powerful concept. Lesson 1. The power of Amor Fati, embracing life's grand tapestry. Imagine, for a moment, that life is a vast, intricate tapestry. Every thread, every color, every knot, whether it feels vibrant and smooth or tangled and rough, contributes to the final, complete picture. Stoicism, at its very core, champions this idea, urging us to live in harmony with nature and reason. It's a philosophy that truly believes in the incredible strength of the human spirit, encouraging us to see life's inevitable challenges not as annoying hindrances or roadblocks, but as incredible opportunities for growth and self-discovery. In this spirit, we encounter our first powerful concept, Amor Fati. This beautiful Latin phrase translates directly to love of fate. But don't let that simple translation fool you. It's so much more than just enduring life's ups and downs. It's about loving them, embracing them fully as integral, necessary parts of your existence. Think about that for a second, loving the difficult moments. This isn't a New Age concept. Its roots can be traced straight back to ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, and later resonated deeply with philosophers like Friedrich Nietzsche. At its heart, Amor Fati is an acceptance and affection for all that life presents. It's a celebration of existence in its glorious entirety, acknowledging that absolutely everything, yes, even suffering, alongside joy, is part of a natural, unfolding order. From the Stoic perspective, the universe isn't random or chaotic in its fundamental workings. No, they believe it operates on reason, and that every single event, no matter how small or how grand, serves a purpose in the grand scheme of things. Therefore, if you can approach all life events with tranquility, it becomes a profound Stoic exercise in recognizing and accepting the very nature of the universe itself. Amor Fati, in this context, becomes the ultimate expression of this deep, profound acceptance. Now, Nietzsche, as the source mentions, took this concept even further. He viewed Amor Fati as an unconditional affirmation of life, meaning you embrace all aspects of existence, including the pain, the uncertainty, the disappointments. This perspective intertwines with his provocative idea of eternal recurrence, suggesting that you should live your life as if you were to relive it, exactly as it is, eternally. It's a powerful thought experiment. If you had to live this exact life again and again, would you still embrace it? Would you still find joy and purpose in all its facets? In practical terms, then, Amor Fati is all about finding value in every experience. It's a powerful mindset of growth and enrichment, actively seeking joy and purpose no matter the circumstances. It's a deep commitment to making the absolute best out of every situation, transforming what might seem like adversity into a genuine opportunity for profound growth. So, how do we weave this powerful philosophy into our daily lives? It involves several key practices, reflecting on adversities as learning opportunities, When something tough hits, instead of immediately falling into despair or anger, pause. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can I grow from this? For example, if you face a sudden career setback, like a project failing or a promotion not happening, Amor Fati encourages you to see it not as a personal failure, but as an opportunity to learn about your own resilience, to reassess your goals, or to discover new pathways you hadn't considered before. Practicing gratitude for life's full spectrum, this isn't just about being grateful for the good stuff. It's about finding gratitude even in the challenging moments. Perhaps the adversity revealed true friends, or showed you a strength you never knew you had. Imagine you're stuck in unexpected traffic. Instead of fuming, you could choose to use that time for reflection, to listen to an audiobook, or simply to practice patience. This is gratitude for the full spectrum of experience. Maintaining a positive attitude amidst life's unpredictability, this doesn't mean being naively optimistic, ignoring real problems. It means choosing your attitude, deliberately focusing on what you can control for your response rather than being overwhelmed by what you cannot. If a plan falls apart, instead of getting stuck on its ruin, ask what's the next best step, or what's the unique opportunity this new situation presents. This philosophy encourages us to embrace everything life throws at us with enthusiasm rather than resistance. It's about saying yes to life fully and wholeheartedly, cultivating a spirit of fulfillment and harmony. Remember, this journey is gradual and deeply personal. Every step you take in understanding and applying these principles brings you closer to a life of genuine power, profound peace, and deep wisdom. As we begin to embrace the grand tapestry of life through Amor Fati, we recognize that our experience is profoundly shaped by how we see things. This brings us to our second vital lesson, Lesson 2, the art of perception, seeing through a Stoic lens. As we continue our journey through the profound lessons of Stoicism, we turn our focus to something incredibly powerful and often overlooked, the art of perception. This is a game changer. Stoicism teaches us a fundamental truth that, once grasped, can redefine your entire experience of life. It is not events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these events. Think about that for a moment. It's not the flat tire that makes you late, but your judgment about being late and the inconvenience it causes. It's not the critical comment, but your interpretation of it as an attack or a slight. This lesson delves into the truly transformative power of how we choose to see things. By deliberately adopting a Stoic lens, we can navigate life's inherent complexities with far greater resilience and clarity. The foundation of Stoic perception lies at the very heart of the philosophy. Our perception shapes our reality. The Stoics, like the incredibly influential Epictetus, constantly emphasized that our responses to life's events are far more crucial than the events themselves. This is an incredibly powerful reminder, isn't it? It means that our inner dialogue and interpretations hold the ultimate key to our tranquility. How often do we find ourselves reacting impulsively to situations, often based on perceptions that are so ingrained, so automatic, that we don't even realize they're just interpretations? Stoicism invites us to do something radical yet simple: pause and examine these automatic responses. By consciously questioning our immediate judgments, we suddenly open ourselves up to a much broader range of interpretations and, crucially, a much broader range of intelligent responses. This process isn't about denying your emotions or pretending experiences aren't happening. Absolutely not. It's about understanding and then reframing them in a more empowering light. Let's get practical with some daily exercises in perception. The pause. When you encounter a challenging situation, perhaps a colleague sends a sharp email, or your plans suddenly change. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to observe your thoughts and feelings. Notice the initial surge of frustration, anger, or disappointment. Don't judge it, just observe it. The question, once you've paused, Ask yourself, is there another way to see this? For example, that sharp email from your colleague. Your immediate judgment might be they're attacking me, but is there another interpretation? Perhaps they're under immense pressure, or they misunderstood something, or they're just having a bad day. The new plan that derailed your day. Your first thought might be this is an inconvenient disaster, but what if it's an opportunity? The hunt for opportunity, then, push further. Can I find a hidden opportunity or lesson here? The sharp email might be an opportunity to practice empathy, to clarify communication, or to develop thicker skin. The derailed plan might open up a different, perhaps even better, avenue you hadn't considered. Maybe it forces you to slow down, or connects you with someone new. This practice consistently helps you cultivate a mindset that actively looks for growth and wisdom in every experience. It's like training your mind to be a scavenger for positive meaning, even in the rubble of disappointment. This Stoic perception isn't just for your internal world. It has profound implications for your interpersonal relationships too. Applying this lens encourages us to approach conflicts and misunderstandings with vastly increased empathy and understanding. By simply acknowledging that others, just like us, are also guided by their own unique perceptions, we can foster deeper connections and resolve conflicts far more harmoniously. Imagine a disagreement with a loved one. Instead of assuming their intent, pausing to consider what might their perception of this situation be, can entirely shift the dynamic from confrontation to understanding. You might realize they're reacting from a place of fear, or misunderstanding, or a different past experience. Ultimately, embracing a Stoic perspective empowers us to face life with a profound sense of calm and purpose. It helps us make the crucial distinction between what is within our control, our thoughts, our perceptions, and our actions, and what is not within our control, external events, other people's opinions, the weather, past events. This distinction, my friend, is absolutely crucial for living a life of true contentment and effectiveness. As we diligently practice the art of Stoic perception, we gradually shift from being merely reactive to becoming wonderfully proactive. We learn to see life not just as it superficially appears, but as it can be understood and interpreted through a lens of profound wisdom and virtue. This lesson in perception is truly a stepping stone to mastering your inner world, and by extension, navigating the outer world with remarkable grace and poise. So, let's commit to continually refining our perceptions, always remembering that in the vast realm of our inner world lies the true power to shape our entire life's experiences. With a clear perception of events and a commitment to loving fate, we can now turn our focus inward to control what truly drives us. Our exploration now brings us to a truly crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 3. The discipline of desire. Mastering Stoic wants and needs. Our exploration into the depths of Stoic wisdom now brings us to a truly crucial aspect of this philosophy, the discipline of desire. In a world constantly telling us what we should want, what we need to be happy, Stoicism cuts through the noise. It teaches us to make a vital distinction between what is truly essential and what is merely superfluous in our lives. This lesson is all about understanding and mastering our desires and needs, aligning them with core Stoic virtues for a life that is not just full, but truly fulfilling. The Stoics had a clear vision for how we should live a life of virtue. For them, our desires shouldn't be dictated by external possessions, fleeting trends, or societal accolades. Instead, they believed our desires should be deeply aligned with our inner values and ethics. This principle boldly challenges us to reevaluate every single one of our wants and needs. The core question becomes, do these desires genuinely contribute to my personal growth and well-being, or are they simply serving as distracting noise, pulling me away from what truly matters? One of the most fundamental steps in mastering Stoic desires is learning to differentiate between needs and wants. This might seem obvious, but it's surprisingly easy to blur the lines in modern society. Needs are the absolute essentials for survival and genuine well-being. Think about it, a healthy body, meaningful relationships, not just any relationships, but connections that nourish your spirit, and opportunities for personal growth and learning. These are non-negotiables for a thriving human life. For example, you need nutritious food, but you want a gourmet meal every night. You need shelter, but you want a sprawling mansion. You need connection, but you want thousands of social media followers. Wants, on the other hand, often stem from external influences, advertising, social comparison, fleeting trends. And here's the kicker, chasing these wants often leads to a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction. You get one thing, and immediately, your mind conjures up the next must-have. By consciously focusing on our genuine needs and then deliberately aligning our wants with our core values, we can begin to craft a life that is not only simpler, but also far more deeply satisfying. So, how do we put this into practice? Let's talk about some actionable steps for aligning desires. Daily reflection on choices. Start by taking a moment each day, perhaps in the evening, to reflect on your choices and desires. When you felt a strong urge to buy something, or pursue a certain goal, or even to eat something indulgent, pause and ask yourself, is this desire truly coming from a place of genuine need, or is it merely a want driven by external factors? The core values check. Follow that up with, does this desire genuinely align with my core values? For example, if your core values include health and simplicity, does wanting that extra sugary snack or that new gadget truly align with those values? If your value is intellectual growth, does spending hours scrolling social media align with that? Mindful consumption. When you find yourself wanting something, practice mindful consumption. Before clicking add to cart or making a snap decision, take a breath. Consider the true cost, not just financial, but the cost to your time, your peace of mind, your values. By being mindful of our choices and consistently asking these questions, we can gradually align our actions with Stoic principles, leading us down a path towards a life that is truly more purposeful and contented. This brings us to a beautiful Stoic concept, contentment. Stoicism actively advocates for contentment, which means finding joy and profound satisfaction in what we already have. Now, this is important. This doesn't mean abandoning ambition or stopping personal growth. Not at all. It means understanding that true happiness springs from within, not from external acquisitions or fleeting achievements. Embracing contentment allows us to live in deep harmony with our true nature and the world around us. Think about it, if your happiness is always contingent on the next big purchase or the next external validation, you're constantly chasing something external and fleeting. But if you can find joy in a warm cup of coffee, a quiet moment, a simple conversation, you have an endless wellspring of happiness within you. The discipline of desire ultimately culminates in living with intention. Every single choice we make, every action we take, should be made with a crystal clear understanding of its purpose and its contribution to our overall well-being. This intentional living ensures that our desires do not control us. Instead, we control them, steering our lives deliberately toward meaningful and virtuous pursuits. It's about being the captain of your own ship, rather than being buffeted by every gust of external desire. Mastering our desires naturally leads us to a broader form of internal governance. As we delve even deeper into the practical philosophy of Stoicism, we inevitably encounter a truly vital lesson 4, the virtue of self-control. Embracing Stoic discipline. As we delve even deeper into the practical philosophy of Stoicism, we inevitably encounter a truly vital lesson, self-control. In Stoicism, self-control isn't just about showing restraint or saying no to things, it's a much more profound concept. It's about deeply understanding our impulses and then deliberately aligning them with our rational mind. This lesson explores the powerful Stoic approach to self-control and how it uniquely empowers us to lead lives characterized by better balance and integrity. At its essence, in Stoicism, self-control is regarded as a fundamental virtue. It's the innate ability to effectively govern our emotions, our desires, and our actions, ensuring they are always in harmony with reason and virtue. This kind of control isn't about rigid suppression or bottling things up. It's about making conscious, reasoned choices in both our thoughts and our actions. It's about responding, not reacting. Let's be honest, our lives are often, sometimes unknowingly, guided by impulses. These are knee-jerk reactions to external stimuli that can very easily lead us astray from our rational and virtuous path. Think about it. The impulse to snap back when someone annoys you, the impulse to scroll mindlessly for hours, the impulse to indulge in something you know isn't good for you. The Stoics teach us a powerful technique here, to pause and reflect on these impulses. Before acting, ask yourself, does this impulse truly serve my higher purpose, or is it merely a fleeting desire that will lead to regret? This moment of reflection, this conscious pause, allows us to respond with true wisdom rather than simply reacting out of raw and filtered emotion. So, how do we cultivate this potent Stoic self-control in our daily lives? Let's look at some practical exercises. Observe your habits and reactions. Begin by becoming a keen observer of your daily habits and your typical reactions to situations. Where do you notice impulses dominating? Is it in moments of anger, where you say things you later regret? Is it in patterns of indulgence, like overeating or excessive spending? Or perhaps in procrastination, putting off important tasks for instant gratification? Pinpoint these areas. The pause before reacting rule. Once you've identified an impulsive tendency, make it a conscious practice to pause before reacting. This pause can be just a few seconds, a deep breath, or even physically stepping away from the situation. The value alignment question. During that pause, ask yourself, is this action, driven by this impulse, truly in line with my values? If your value is kindness, is shouting at someone aligned? If your value is health, is that third donut aligned? The wise choice inquiry then, follow up with, what would the wise and virtuous choice be in this situation? This shifts you from impulsive reaction to deliberate, intentional action. For instance, if you feel an impulse to gossip, the wise choice might be to change the subject or offer a more compassionate perspective. If you feel an impulse to avoid a difficult conversation, the wise choice might be to address it calmly and directly. This consistent practice gradually but powerfully strengthens our ability to choose our responses, deliberately aligning them with our Stoic principles. Mindfulness plays an absolutely crucial role in developing self-control. Mindfulness involves being fully present and deeply aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, whether through formal meditation or simply by paying full attention to everyday tasks like eating or walking, we can better understand the nuances of our impulses. This heightened awareness then allows us to choose responses that truly reflect our Stoic values, rather than being swept away by unexamined urges. You become the observer of your impulses, not their slave. Ultimately, Stoic self-control leads to a life of true intention and integrity. It's about aligning our actions so perfectly with our true selves, ensuring that we consistently live in accordance with our deepest principles and virtues. This powerful alignment brings a profound sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that our lives are a true, authentic reflection of our beliefs and values. Embracing Stoic self-control is, without a doubt, a journey toward inner mastery. It uniquely equips us to navigate life's inevitable challenges with remarkable calmness and clarity, enabling us to make choices that consistently reflect our highest selves. As we diligently continue to practice this virtue, we aren't just building self-discipline. We are building a life of balance, wisdom, and unwavering integrity, embodying the very true spirit of Stoicism. With self-control as our foundation, we are better equipped to face life's inevitable challenges head-on. Our ongoing exploration of Stoic wisdom now brings us to what is perhaps a cornerstone of the entire philosophy, Lesson 5, Cultivating Stoic Resilience. Overcoming adversity with grace. Our ongoing exploration of Stoic wisdom now brings us to what is perhaps a cornerstone of the entire philosophy, resilience. This isn't just about toughening up or gritting your teeth through difficult times. Stoicism doesn't merely teach us how to endure life's trials. It shows us something far more profound: how to transform adversity into a genuine opportunity for growth and strength. In this lesson, we're going to delve deep into the Stoic approach to building resilience, that incredible quality that allows us to navigate life's turbulent waters with remarkable poise and unwavering determination. Let's clarify what Stoic resilience truly means. It's about far more than just surviving challenges. It's about thriving despite them. It involves a fundamental understanding that hardships are not some unfair punishment, but a natural and unavoidable part of life. And crucially, it includes an absolute acceptance that we possess the inherent power to choose our responses to these challenges. This powerful perspective empowers us to face difficulties, no matter how daunting, with genuine courage and profound wisdom. A key, often underestimated, aspect of Stoic resilience is perception. As we discussed in Lesson 2, Stoics held the powerful belief that our interpretation of events, not the events themselves, determines our experience. This means that by consciously reframing our perception of adversity, by choosing to view it not as a curse, but as a genuine chance to demonstrate virtue and develop our character, we quite literally transform challenges into invaluable lessons. Think about this: as sudden, unexpected job loss. Your immediate, natural reaction might be fear, anger, or despair. But a Stoic lens would invite you to reframe. Could this be an opportunity to reassess your career path, to learn new skills, to start that business you've always dreamed of, or simply to strengthen your network? The adversity itself hasn't changed, but your perception of it, and thus your experience of it, can be entirely different. So, how do we practically build this incredible quality of resilience? Here are some actionable steps. Acknowledge impermanence. Start by consistently reminding yourself of the impermanence of all things. This applies to both the good times and, crucially, the bad times. Remind yourself that hardships are temporary, they will pass. This isn't denial, it's a recognition of reality. A storm eventually passes, and the sun always returns. Seek hidden opportunities. Actively look for the hidden opportunities for personal growth that often accompany difficulties. This requires a shift in mindset. When faced with an obstacle, ask yourself, how can this situation actually help me grow stronger or wiser? Perhaps a difficult relationship taught you about boundaries, or a financial setback taught you about frugality and resourcefulness. Embrace Amor Fati, love of fate. This concept, which we explored in Lesson 1, is absolutely central to developing Stoic resilience. It means not just accepting, but truly loving whatever life throws at you, trusting that it serves a deeper purpose in your life's journey. It's about actively finding joy and meaning even in the face of adversity, embracing life's full spectrum with open arms. For example, if you miss a flight, instead of railing against fate, you might embrace the unexpected downtime, read a book, or have a meaningful conversation with a stranger. It's not about being happy about the missed flight, but about finding a way to make the experience of missing the flight beneficial or meaningful. Cultivating a resilient mindset is a process that is nurtured through regular reflection and consistent practice. Integrate Stoic exercises into your daily routine. Journaling, write about challenges you face and, more importantly, your responses to them. What Stoic principles did you try to apply? What worked? What didn't? What did you learn about yourself? Mindfulness practices. Engage in mindfulness to stay grounded and present. When things feel overwhelming, bringing yourself back to the current moment can prevent you from spiraling into anxiety about the future or regret about the past. Seek wisdom. Regularly engage with Stoic teachings through reading, listening, or discussion to reinforce your resilience. The more you immerse yourself in these ideas, the more naturally you'll embody them. Cultivating Stoic resilience is a truly transformative process. It equips us with the fundamental strength to not only withstand life's inevitable storms, but to emerge from them not just intact, but stronger and more centered than before. As we embrace each challenge with a truly resilient spirit, we embody the very essence of Stoicism, turning every single piece of adversity into a powerful catalyst for our own growth and profound enlightenment. Developing resilience often involves understanding what truly lies within our control and what does not. This leads us to a concept that, at first glance, might seem counterintuitive, yet offers immense freedom. Lesson 6. The wisdom of Stoic detachment, finding freedom and letting go in our ongoing journey through Stoic teachings. We now arrive at a concept that, at first glance, might seem counterintuitive or even called detachment. But don't misunderstand it. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and profound peace come from detaching ourselves from things that are simply outside of our control. This lesson will explore how Stoic detachment is absolutely not about indifference or apathy, but about discovering immense strength and serenity by focusing intently on what truly matters and what we can influence. The essence of Stoic detachment hinges on a clear, precise understanding what is within our control and what is not. It's about consciously releasing our tight grip on external outcomes, material possessions, other people's opinions, and even the course of our relationships. Instead, it directs our focus, with laser-like precision, onto our internal virtues, our choices, and our responses. This particular form of detachment is a direct path to inner freedom, as it liberates us from the corrosive anxieties and annoying uncertainties that invariably come from clinging to external circumstances. Now, it's absolutely crucial to distinguish Stoic detachment from indifference. This is a common misconception. Indifference suggests a total lack of care or concern, a sort of emotional void. That's not Stoicism. Stoic detachment, on the contrary, is about caring wisely. It means being passionately committed to our values and choices, doing our absolute best in any situation, while simultaneously accepting the natural flow of life's events without becoming emotionally overwhelmed by them. Think of it this way: a Stoic will meticulously prepare for an important presentation, practicing their words, refining their slides, doing everything within their control to deliver an excellent performance. They care deeply about the quality of their work. But once the presentation is done, they detach from the outcome, whether the audience loved it, hated it, or remained neutral. Why? Because the audience's reaction is outside their control. Their caring was applied to the effort and the action, not the external result. This is caring wisely. So, how do we practically practice this art of detachment? Identify anxiety triggers. Begin by reflecting honestly on the aspects of your life that currently cause you the most anxiety or distress. Is it your job security? Your financial situation? What others think of you? The health of a loved one? The control check. For each identified anxiety, ask yourself a simple, yet profoundly powerful question: is this within my control? If the answer is yes, for example, your effort at work, your spending habits, your kind actions towards a loved one, then focus your energy and attention there. Act virtuously and diligently. If the answer is no, for example, the economy, someone else's opinion, the weather, past events, then this is where you practice letting go. Consciously let go of your attachment to the outcome. Shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on the uncontrollable outcome, consciously shift your focus instead to your attitude and your actions. This fundamental shift in focus moves you from a position of helpless worrying to one of genuine empowerment. For example, if you're worried about a loved one's health which you can't entirely control, you shift your focus to what you can control, offering support, researching options, being present, showing love. A key part of Stoic detachment is embracing the impermanence of all things. We must recognize, deeply and truly, that change is a natural and constant part of life. Everything is in flux, relationships change, jobs change, health changes, circumstances change. By accepting change, rather than fruitlessly resisting it, we align ourselves beautifully with the natural order of the universe, and in that alignment, we find profound peace. Resisting change is like trying to stop a river. It's futile and exhausting. Accepting it allows you to flow with it. In detaching from externalities, those things outside our sphere of influence, we discover an incredible serenity in focusing on what we can control. This means our thoughts, our actions, and our virtues. This focused attention is the absolute foundation of Stoic peace and deep contentment. It allows us to engage with the world from a place of remarkable balance and unwavering equanimity, responding to life's challenges with absolute clarity and profound wisdom. The wisdom of Stoic detachment is, without a doubt, a powerful and liberating tool in our relentless quest for inner peace and unshakable resilience. By diligently learning to let go of what we simply cannot control, and by dedicating our focus and energy to our internal world, we unlock a profound sense of freedom and abiding serenity. As we continue to practice this detachment, we learn to navigate life with remarkable grace, immense strength, and unwavering tranquility. To truly master our inner world and practice detachment effectively, constant self-awareness is key. As we delve deeper into the rich, intricate tapestry of Stoic wisdom, we uncover an invaluable practice. Lesson 7. The practice of Stoic reflection, harnessing the power of introspection. As we delve deeper into the rich, intricate tapestry of Stoic wisdom, we uncover an invaluable, often overlooked, practice, reflection. Stoicism places enormous emphasis on the power of introspection as a truly essential tool for personal growth and profound self-awareness. This lesson will guide us through how Stoic reflection can illuminate our path toward a more mindful, virtuous, and deeply fulfilling life. In Stoicism, reflection isn't a passive activity, like daydreaming or just casually thinking. No, it's a dynamic, active process of deeply engaging with our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. It involves a deliberate examination of our daily experiences and, critically, our responses to them, with the ultimate goal of aligning our behaviors more closely with Stoic virtues. Through this consistent reflective practice, we gain profound insights into our own character and learn, quite powerfully, how to navigate life with greater wisdom and intention. A key Stoic exercise, famously advocated by the Roman philosopher Seneca, is the daily examination of conscience. Imagine, at the end of each day, as the world settles down, you take a quiet moment to review the events of your day. It's like holding up a mirror to your own actions and reactions. During this review, you ask yourself some pivotal questions. What did I do well today? This helps you acknowledge your strengths and reinforces positive behaviors. Perhaps you showed patience in a frustrating situation, or courage in expressing a difficult truth. Where did I fall short of my Stoic ideals? This isn't about self-flagellation or judgment. It's about honest self-assessment. Did you react impulsively when you should have paused? Did you complain about something outside your control? How can I improve tomorrow? This is the forward-looking, actionable part. What specific small change can you make to be more aligned with your virtues tomorrow? If you were impatient, how can you practice patience next time? If you gossiped, how can you steer clear of that next time? This entire process is fundamentally not about self-judgment or guilt, but purely about learning and growing from every single experience. It's about continuous self-improvement. To make Stoic reflection truly effective, consider these practical steps. Create your sacred space. Designate a quiet and comfortable space where you can be alone with your thoughts. This could be a specific chair, a corner of a room, or even just a moment in bed before you sleep. Dedicated time. Commit to a specific time each day for this practice, preferably in the evening. This consistency builds a powerful habit. Journaling. Use a journal to record your reflections. The act of writing can provide incredible clarity and deep insight into your thought processes that simply thinking about them might not offer. It externalizes your thoughts, allowing you to examine them more objectively. For instance, writing down a frustrating event and then analyzing your reaction can reveal patterns you never noticed before. As part of your reflective practice, also make it a point to reflect on specific Stoic principles and teachings. After your daily review, perhaps contemplate a particular Stoic principle or a quote from Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus. Consider deeply how it applies to your own life and, crucially, how you can more effectively integrate its wisdom into your actions. This practice isn't just academic, it profoundly deepens your understanding of Stoic philosophy and its practical, real-world application in your daily life. The benefits of regular Stoic reflection are truly profound and far-reaching. Increased self-awareness. You gain a much deeper understanding of your own thoughts, motivations, and emotional triggers. Better emotional regulation. By understanding your emotions better, you become more skilled at managing them and choosing your responses. Deeper sense of purpose. Reflection helps you connect your daily actions to your overarching values and goals, giving your life more meaning. Identifying unhelpful patterns. You start to see repetitive negative thought patterns or behaviors, which is the first step to changing them. Fosters gratitude. It helps you appreciate life's experiences, both the challenging ones and the rewarding ones, leading to a profound sense of gratitude. For example, reflecting on a past struggle might make you grateful for the strength it built within you. The practice of Stoic reflection is a profoundly powerful tool for personal development and cultivating inner peace. It relentlessly encourages us to look within, to learn from every experience, good or bad, and to align our actions with our deepest, most authentic values. As we consistently engage in this reflective practice, we are actively cultivating a life of genuine wisdom, deep virtue, and lasting fulfillment, staying true to the incredible Stoic path. Through consistent reflection, we gain deeper insights into our own emotional landscape, preparing us for a profound step. Lesson 8. The Stoic Path to Emotional Mastery. Navigating feelings with wisdom in the vast and rewarding Stoic journey of self-improvement. Understanding and skillfully managing our emotions isn't just helpful, it is absolutely paramount. This isn't about becoming emotionless robots, far from it. Stoicism teaches us a profound distinction. While we genuinely cannot always control what we feel, we possess the immense power to control how we respond to our feelings. This lesson will guide us through the Stoic approach to emotional mastery, leading us toward a more balanced, insightful, and ultimately, fulfilling relationship with our entire emotional landscape. The Stoic view of emotions is quite revolutionary for its time, and even now. Stoicism posits that emotions are, in essence, judgments and responses to our perceptions of the world. It challenges the common idea that emotions are mere automatic reactions to external events. Instead, it proposes that they are heavily influenced by our underlying beliefs and our thoughts. This perspective is incredibly empowering because it means we have the ability to reevaluate and ultimately reshape our emotional responses through rational thought and careful reflection. Consider this: someone cuts you off in traffic. Your initial feeling might be a surge of anger. A common belief might be that person is disrespecting me. They are a terrible driver. The Stoic view suggests that the anger isn't caused by the act of being cut off, but by your judgment that it was an act of disrespect or a personal offense. If you reframe that judgment of perhaps they're rushing to an emergency or simply made a mistake, your emotional response might shift from anger to understanding, or at least a calmer neutrality. So, how do we practically embark on this path to emotional mastery? Observe without judgment. Begin by diligently observing your emotional responses without judgment. When a strong emotion arises, whether it's anger, fear, sadness, or intense joy, simply notice it. Don't immediately label it good or bad, just acknowledge its presence. Identify the trigger. Next, try to recognize the precise trigger of the emotion. What external event or internal thought immediately preceded this feeling? Reflect on underlying beliefs, then delve deeper and reflect on the underlying beliefs or judgments that may be influencing your reaction. What story are you telling yourself about this situation? What assumptions are you making? The rationality check. Crucially, ask yourself, are these beliefs truly rational? Are they aligned with reality? And most importantly, are they aligned with my Stoic values? Often, our most troubling emotions stem from irrational beliefs or expectations about how things should be. The core of Stoic emotional mastery lies in reframing our responses. Instead of allowing initial emotional impulses to dictate our behavior, which often leads to regret or further problems, we learn to pause and consciously consider a more reasoned and virtuous response. Let's use an example: anger. In the face of anger, your impulse might be to lash out, raise your voice, or send a harsh message. But through the Stoic lens, you understand that your anger often stems from unmet expectations or misperceptions. So, you might choose to practice patience and empathy instead. You pause, acknowledge the anger, reflect on why it's there. Perhaps you feel disrespected, but is that true, or just your interpretation? And then choose a response that aligns with your values of calm and understanding. This might mean taking a deep breath, walking away briefly, or speaking calmly. Fear. If you're overwhelmed by fear of failure before a big task, instead of letting it paralyze you, reframe it. Acknowledge the fear. Is the belief I must succeed perfectly rational? What if you simply focus on doing your best, on the effort rather than the outcome? Tying back to detachment, the fear becomes an opportunity to practice courage and diligence. Mindfulness is a truly vital tool in the Stoic approach to emotions. By being fully present and deeply engaged in the current moment, we can much better observe our emotional state as it unfolds. This heightened awareness allows us to detach from unhelpful emotional patterns, offering us a crucial space for more considered and Stoic-aligned responses. Mindfulness helps you catch emotions before they hijack your entire system. Finally, Stoic emotional mastery involves seeing emotional challenges not as burdens, but as incredible opportunities for growth. Difficult emotions are not obstacles to be avoided. They are chances to actively practice and strengthen virtues like resilience, compassion, and self-control. Every single emotional experience, whether pleasant or unpleasant, becomes a valuable lesson in understanding ourselves more deeply and strengthening our entire Stoic practice. Mastering our emotions through a Stoic lens is a truly transformative journey. It teaches us, profoundly, to navigate our feelings with remarkable wisdom, unwavering reason, and deep virtue, ultimately leading to a more harmonious and truly fulfilling life. As we continue to cultivate this emotional mastery, we unlock even deeper levels of self-awareness and profound inner peace, remaining true to the very essence of the Stoic path of self-improvement. Having learned to master our emotions, we can cultivate positive internal states regardless of external circumstances. In our extensive exploration of Stoic teachings, we now encounter an incredibly enriching and often surprising practice. Lesson 9. The Stoic practice of gratitude. cultivating contentment and joy in our extensive exploration of Stoic teachings. We now encounter an incredibly enriching and often surprising practice, gratitude. While Stoicism is frequently, and rightly so, associated with endurance, resilience, and fortitude, it equally emphasizes the immense importance of deeply appreciating life's blessings. This lesson delves into the Stoic approach to gratitude and how it powerfully enhances our fundamental sense of contentment and profound joy. The Stoic perspective on gratitude is deeply rooted in its core tenets. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness springs from within, not from fleeting external circumstances or the acquisition of material possessions. Gratitude, within Stoicism, is about consciously recognizing and valuing the present moment and discovering the inherent good that already exists in our lives. It's a powerful practice that fundamentally shifts our focus from what we perceive we lack to the immense abundance of what we already have, fostering a mindset of genuine appreciation and deep contentment. Think about this contrast. It's easy to focus on the promotion you didn't get, the car you can't afford, or the ideal body you don't possess. This focus breeds dissatisfaction. Stoic gratitude flips the script. Instead, you appreciate the stable job you do have, the reliable transport that gets you around, and the incredible health and abilities your body does have. This immediately changes your internal state. So, how do we practically cultivate this powerful Stoic gratitude? The daily gratitude practice. Start each day by consciously reflecting on things you are genuinely thankful for. These don't have to be grand, life-altering events or extraordinary achievements. Even simple joys like the warmth of your morning coffee, a peaceful moment of quiet before the day begins, a kind gesture from a friend or a stranger, or simply the beauty of nature outside your window can be profound sources of gratitude. This daily practice isn't just a mental exercise. It actively sets a deeply positive tone for your entire day, grounding you firmly in a powerful sense of appreciation. Example: instead of thinking another Monday, shift to, I'm grateful for a new week to pursue my goals, for the sound of birds outside, and for the energy to start. Stoic gratitude also involves the nuanced, yet critical, practice of finding things to be grateful for even in challenging times. This is not about denying difficulties or pretending everything is perfect when it isn't. Absolutely not. Instead, it's about actively seeking out the silver linings, the learning opportunities, and the moments of growth that difficulties can genuinely provide. This unique perspective enables us to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with a more balanced and profoundly optimistic outlook. Example: you suffer a significant professional setback, like a project failing. Instead of just lamenting the failure, you might find gratitude for the lessons learned about project management or teamwork, the clarity gained about what not to do next time, the resilience you discovered within yourself as you navigated the disappointment, the support from colleagues or mentors during a tough time, the opportunity this failure creates for a different, possibly better, direction. Regular reflection significantly enhances our sense of gratitude. By consciously taking the time to ponder our experiences and, crucially, the people in our lives, we deepen our appreciation for them. Reflect on how each experience, whether it was positive or negative, has contributed to your growth and understanding. This specific type of reflection fosters a much deeper connection to our own lives and to those around us. For instance, looking back at a difficult period, you might realize it taught you crucial skills or introduced you to invaluable people, leading to a profound sense of gratitude for the entire experience. Finally, Stoic gratitude extends beyond personal, internal reflection. It also powerfully involves expressing appreciation to others. Sharing your gratitude can significantly strengthen relationships, radiate positivity into your environment, and actively create a more empathetic and genuinely connected community. Simple acts of kindness, Heartfelt words of thanks and thoughtful gestures of appreciation are all wonderful ways to practice and enthusiastically spread gratitude far and wide. The practice of Stoic gratitude is a truly powerful tool for significantly enhancing our well-being and profound happiness. It constantly encourages us to appreciate the present moment, to find genuine joy in the simple things that surround us, and to maintain a positive outlook even when faced with the most difficult of times. As we diligently incorporate gratitude into our daily lives, we cultivate a much deeper sense of contentment, lasting fulfillment, and a beautiful connection to the world around us. With gratitude as a constant companion and all previous lessons integrated, we are ready to align our entire lives with what truly matters. Our profound journey through the wisdom of Stoicism culminates in perhaps the most overarching and integrating practice of all, Lesson 10. Living with Stoic purpose, aligning actions with Stoic principles. Our profound journey through the wisdom of Stoicism culminates in perhaps the most overarching and integrating practice of all, living with purpose. Stoicism teaches us, unequivocally, that a truly fulfilling life is one that is intimately aligned with virtue and unwavering reason. This final lesson focuses on the active integration of all the Stoic principles we've discussed into our daily actions, ensuring that every single choice and every single moment is infused with profound meaning and clear direction. In Stoicism, the definition of purpose is beautifully distinct from conventional notions. It's not about achieving fleeting external goals or accumulating material successes, though those may come. Instead, Stoic purpose is fundamentally about living in unwavering accordance with nature and virtue. This means making conscious choices that consistently reflect the cardinal Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Living with a Stoic purpose involves an unwavering commitment to personal growth, consistently ethical behavior, and actively contributing positively to the lives of others and the wider world. Think about this shift in perspective. If your purpose is just to become a millionaire, you might achieve it but still feel empty. If your purpose is to live virtuously and contribute, then any endeavor, large or small, can be imbued with meaning. The what you do becomes less important than the how and why you do it. To truly live with Stoic purpose, you must start by aligning your daily actions with these core Stoic virtues. Every decision you make, no matter how seemingly insignificant, should be a conscious reflection of your deep commitment to living a virtuous life. Regularly ask yourself, does this specific action align with Stoic principles? And even more directly, am I acting with wisdom, courage, integrity, and self-control right now? Example 1. Wisdom. When faced with a complex problem at work, instead of rushing to a solution, you might pause and gather all the facts, consider various perspectives, and weigh the long-term consequences in an act of wisdom. Example 2. Courage. Having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or speaking up against an injustice, even when it's uncomfortable, is an act of courage. Example 3. Justice. Treating everyone fairly, regardless of their status, giving credit where it's due, and ensuring your decisions don't unfairly harm others demonstrates justice. Example for self-control. Resisting the urge to react angrily to a rude comment, or consistently sticking to a healthy routine even when you don't feel like it, are acts of self-control. Regular reflection is absolutely essential in living a purposeful life. Continuously reflect on your actions and their alignment with your chosen Stoic virtues. This ongoing introspection acts like a moral compass, helping you stay firmly on course and empowering you to make necessary adjustments as needed. It ensures that your life's path is consistently aligned with your deepest Stoic values, preventing you from drifting off course into aimless pursuits. Stoicism teaches us a beautiful truth, that meaning can be discovered in every single aspect of life, from the most mundane tasks to the most extraordinary moments. It encourages us to genuinely embrace each task, no matter how trivial it might seem, as a unique opportunity to practice Stoicism. Whether it's showing patience in a frustrating traffic jam, extending kindness to a complete stranger, or demonstrating diligence and excellence in your daily work, each and every moment is a precious chance to embody Stoic virtues. The difference between a chore and a meaningful act often lies solely in your intention. Finally, living with Stoic purpose also deeply involves our interactions with others. It's fundamentally about building meaningful and authentic relationships, actively contributing to our communities, and genuinely helping others whenever possible. Stoicism profoundly recognizes that we are all interconnected, part of a larger whole, and that our actions should consistently contribute positively to this collective existence. Our personal quest for virtue is never isolated; it enriches the world around us. Living with a Stoic purpose truly is the essence of a profoundly fulfilling life. It's about consistently making choices that reflect our deepest values, seeking wisdom in every single experience, and actively contributing positively to the world around us. As we continuously integrate these powerful Stoic principles into our daily lives, we aren't just living for ourselves. We are creating a lasting legacy of virtue, wisdom, and profound purpose, genuinely embodying the very highest Stoic ideal. And so, we arrive at the culmination of these invaluable lessons. As we conclude this exploration of these 10 powerful Stoic lessons, it's crucial to recognize something fundamental. The journey into Stoicism is not a fixed destination, but a continuous, evolving path of growth and deepening understanding. Embracing the Stoic journey, a path to lasting wisdom and fulfillment. As we conclude this exploration of these 10 powerful Stoic lessons, it's crucial to recognize something fundamental. The journey into Stoicism is not a fixed destination, but a continuous, evolving path of growth and deepening understanding. Each lesson we've explored offers truly valuable insights, but the true, transformative essence of Stoicism lies in the consistent daily practice and active integration of these principles into every aspect of our lives. Stoicism isn't meant to be just a theoretical construct you study. It is, first and foremost, a philosophy for living, and its teachings unleash their most powerful impact when they are actively applied in the real world. So, keep reflecting on the profound lessons of gratitude, unshakable resilience, emotional mastery, and purposeful living. Make Stoicism a living, breathing practice, constantly evolving and adapting it to your unique personal experiences and the challenges that inevitably arise. In our complex modern world, with its unparalleled challenges and relentless complexities, Stoicism provides an incredibly grounding and guiding philosophy. It stands as a beacon of timeless wisdom, illuminating the path forward as we navigate the inherent uncertainties of life. It constantly reminds us of the profound power that resides in our internal choices and our attitudes, which are always within our control. Consider building a Stoic community around you. Share your journey into Stoicism with others. Engaging in thoughtful discussions, joining Stoic groups online or in person, or simply sharing these powerful principles with your friends and family can immensely enrich your own understanding and help spread the incredible wisdom of Stoicism further. A supportive community can be an invaluable source of inspiration, encouragement, and diverse perspectives that deepen your own insights. The benefits of wholeheartedly embracing Stoic philosophy are truly profound and wonderfully lasting. From gaining greater emotional intelligence and building unshakable resilience, to experiencing a deeper sense of profound fulfillment and inner peace, Stoicism powerfully equips us with the indispensable tools to live a genuinely balanced and deeply meaningful life. As you steadfastly continue on your personal Stoic path, please remember to be patient with yourself. Growth is rarely a sudden leap. It is almost always a gradual, consistent process. Celebrate every bit of progress you make, no matter how small. Learn thoughtfully from your challenges, for they are your greatest teachers. And always, always strive to live with unwavering virtue and clear purpose. Let us conclude with the timeless and powerful words of the great Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius: "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Let this powerful sentiment be a guiding principle as you continue to walk the Stoic path. Embrace each new day with the unwavering intention to live fully, to live wisely, and to live with profound virtue. The journey of Stoicism is an incredibly rewarding one, filled with insights and transformations that transcend time itself, continuing to resonate deeply and meaningfully in our lives. If this video speaks to you, don't forget to subscribe now and click the playlist on your screen to unlock the treasure trove of stories, strategies, and Stoic wisdom. Let's level up together. Fuel your ambition, fortify your mind, and join me next time as we rise above all limits.